Well, coming up after the break, with 12 days and no clear answers, we have some theories on what actually may have happened to that missing Malaysian flight. Recapping our top story tonight, NBC News is reporting that Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott says their satellite has spotted objects that may be related to the missing Malaysia Air Flight 370. Abbott says the objects have been found in the southern Indian Ocean. So far, nothing is confirmed. Abbott says more analysis has to be done before it can be determined for sure if those objects are indeed from the missing airliner.
And the families, you can imagine what they've been going through of this missing airliner, reached their limit today.
12天了，我的儿子在哪？你们这为什么不给我一个交代？我的儿子。
Shortly after that outburst, Malaysian authorities led the woman away. Overwhelmed by grief, she collapsed as they carry her out of the room. They kept her and another relative in a separate room for over an hour before finally escorting them back through the lobby. Officials say they removed the grieving mother because the news conference was simply not the right platform. Even with today's satellite image discovery, there is still a mystery about this. It's been nearly 2 weeks, and no one seems to know for sure what happened to that missing Malaysian Airlines flight.
But there are theories all over the internet. Tonight, we break down 3 of them. Number 1, the plane caught fire, suggesting that the loss of communication could be attributed to a fire. If fire filled the cockpit, it would have prompted the pilots to fly to the nearest airport, which would account for the plane's sudden turn to the west, and also prompt them to shut down the electrical systems in an attempt to figure out the cause of the fire, which would account for the transponders being shut down. However, Greg Fife, a former NTSB crash investigator, says this is unlikely.
If there was an electrical fire on board, there still has to be a source. And you can't take out the entire electrical system all in one foul swoop without really catastrophically, compromising the structure of the airplane.
Number 2, the plane was hijacked. The fact that the transponder was turned off prior to its disappearance leads theorists to believe it was hijacked and it landed on a remote airstrip. But no terrorist groups have come forward so far claiming responsibility. And Patrick Smith, an airline pilot and author in Massachusetts, says even the most remote airstrips aren't that remote. You can't just sneak in a Boeing, a wide-body jet, and nobody notices. Number 3, the plane flew in another plane's shadow. The theory is the plane flew beneath or above a Singapore Airlines flight going in the same direction at the same time of night. With the plane's transponders off, trackers on land would believe the plane they saw was the Singapore Airlines plane, suggesting that it could have landed elsewhere without being detected by radar. Former test pilot and aircraft accident investigator Doug Moss is unconvinced by that theory, saying it's possible in theory. The hard part in practicality is how is the guy going to find another airplane, and especially a specific plane headed to the right part of the world. And while many of the theories out there sound plausible, there are plenty of bizarre ones as well, like an alien abduction, flying into a different dimension, even one scenario that has the passengers' organs being harvested and sold on the black market. You can head to our 12 News Facebook page to tell us what theories you have heard or say what you think happened to the plane.
Revamping the SAT, could you answer the new and improved questions? A sneak peek coming up.
And I'll tell you what, Mark, I'm a little concerned about that test. We'll find out a little bit after the break. This next segment, I got to tell you, I'm getting a little nervous.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be, pal. Today marks the first day students can get a sneak peek at the new SAT questions. The tests will now include 3 different sections: reading, writing, math, and an optional essay. Math questions will focus on the heart of algebra, problem solving, and data analysis. The overall scoring will drop from 2,400 back to the old 1,600, and there will be no penalty for wrong answers.
This new test will be available to students in the spring of 2016, but we're going to have the smartest guy in our newsroom see if he can answer a couple of the questions tonight. Doctor, are you ready?
I don't know. There's no penalty for wrong answers.
That's right.
And also, I don't know if I'm the smartest person.
Okay, well, here's the first question. Take a crack at it. The coming decades will likely see more intense clustering of jobs, innovation, and productivity in a smaller number of bigger cities and city regions.
I'm already lost.
Yeah.
As used in line 55, that was line 55, the word intense most nearly means A, emotional, B, concentrated, C, brilliant, or D, determined.
Why did I bring a calculator and a ruler to this, may I ask? Let's see. No, I'm going to go with B, concentrated.
And you are correct.
Yes.
Yahoo!
Got one right. There we go.
Here's the
Okay.
second one.
All right.
Are you ready? 2 trains leave this. 8 those. Aaron is staying at a hotel that charges $99.95 a night plus tax for a room. A tax of 8% is applied to the room rate. Got that so far?
I'm good.
An additional one-time untaxed fee of $5 is charged by the hotel. So, Matt, which of those answers represents Aaron's total charge in dollars for staying X number of nights?
You know what? I think this one deals with that little PEMDAS thing. Remember that? The parentheses and then something else, but everything's got to be in parentheses. So it depends what room Sally's staying in too, right? I think. Yeah. But we're going to go with, quickly, B. Right? Did I get it?
Yes.
Oh,
and I was going to say it depends if he ordered room service or not.
Well, that's true. That would add more to the equation. We don't want to do that right now. But I did take the online version. That's what all these math problems are. I only scored an 80%. So
That's
good.
way better than I would have scored.
What are you going to do?
All I can tell you is way better. So anyway, two trains leave the station.
59 miles an hour.
One's traveling.
2.5 hours.
One's traveling. Okay.
Words like independent, outgoing, dedicated, why they actually prevent certain job applicants from going after what could be their dream job. All right, we went job searching tonight in the classifieds, and we found out that if you want to be a digital marketing specialist here at Republic Media, you would need to be outgoing and dedicated.
And if you want to be a digital account manager, you'd need to be independent and analytical.
So do any of those words sound more male or female to you? There is a new study that says women don't apply for male-sounding jobs.
Researchers say the reason some companies have fewer women in executive roles could be because fewer women apply. And could certain words be partially to blame for that?
So tonight we're going to look at 8 words and decide if they appeal to a man or a woman. We don't know the answer, so we're going to take this test live.
Yeah, here we go.
And on the fly. Okay, the first word is assertive. I'm going to say
Men.
men. Oh, we were right.
All right.
Okay, second word, dedicated. Oh, we're doing pretty well.
2 for 2.
Okay, third word, analytical. And the answer is, you know, we need to go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, fourth word, sociable.
These are easy.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fifth word is independent. I'm going to go with this one.
I'm going to go with this one.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, women like to work in
Yeah.
teams. Okay, aggressive. Definitely this one.
Yeah.
And seventh word, responsible. Did you even think about the other side? I don't think so. And the last word is conscientious. I'm going to go with a woman on conscientious.
Let's see what it says.
Wow.
Yeah. We got them all.
We did. We did really, really well.
Great. Well, the study surveyed 600 American males and females. The majority considered one another to be equally competent, although men were rated higher for leadership skills and women rated themselves and other women lower in leadership skills overall.
That's right. Well, the author of the study said it doesn't make sense to leave out male-sounding phrases, but without a profile featuring at least balanced wording, organizations are actually robbing themselves of the chance to attract good female applicants.
Although wording shouldn't impact an applicant's decision to apply, the research shows that stereotypes do persist and are affecting the application process. And no surprise here, wording on the advertisement made absolutely, positively no difference to men.
So the other word on there should have been oblivious. All right, we also asked you on Facebook to play along, and it looks like we have a few people who guessed correctly. Good job to Terry, Sharon, Christina, Kenda, and everyone else who participated. Happily disgusted, sadly fearful, the new emotions that scientists have identified. Mark and I are going to try a few of them out. Happy, sad, fearful, angry, surprised, disgusted. Those are all common emotions that we can recognize. Cognitive scientists call them emotion categories, and they're defined by the facial muscles that we use to express them.
According to a new study, 15 additional emotions have been identified now, and these compound emotions are expressed by combining basic emotions the same way we would use by combining primary colors to make secondary colors. Researchers also say compound emotions are easily distinguishable from one another.
Okay, so we're going to see if we can mimic just a few of them.
This has trouble written all over it.
These newly identified emotions.
Why.
Okay, Mark, what is this one?
Home Alone.
Happily surprised. How about this one?
Scared and lonely.
Scared. Sadly fearful.
Okay,
you go.
What is this emotion?
Disdainful.
Double chin. How about this one?
What is it? What was it?
Oh, it was sadly disgusted.
Oh, okay. All right.
How about this one?
In pain. What is that?
Fearfully surprised. Welcome to the end of my career.
We are clearly not actors or actresses here, but what scientists don't know is how much of that expression behavior is learned and how much is innate.
These new emotions could impact future research on psychiatric disorders, which is not a laughing matter. Schizophrenia, PTSD, as well as developmental disorders like autism.
Okay, you can go to our 12 News Facebook page, as you can see, to see some of the other emotions we did not even attempt to demonstrate on
Thank goodness.
Yeah, good for you. Now, a few more of these emotions, these new emotions that we have. Caribe,
So
can you
happy.
demonstrate fearfully disgusted? Because that's how you look at
Oh,
Mark
I do that. I was like, I do that every night with Mark.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Seriously?
That was great. One more time,
The
really
camera
quick.
didn't get
Here
you.
we go. You were so quick. Perfect.
What does
okay,
Jake do?
You're angrily disgusted.
Angrily disgusted. All right, I guess it's. Is that all right?
That's good.
Really good.
The eyebrows were great.
And here is shame right here.
Our last news.
Have a great weekend.
All right, well, if they can do it in Hollywood, we figured, why can't we do it here? So tonight we're going to try the 12 News game night.
Now, this should be interesting. I'm going to give Mark clues, and he has to guess what animal I'm talking about. All of you at home are going to be able to see what he cannot see. Okay.
All right, hopefully this is going to work.
Yeah, hold the
Right.
iPad up to your head. Okay, you look at me. All right, it says get ready. 3, 2, 1. It's like a monkey. Very smart, human-like. Most famous monkey.
Chimpanzee.
Rhymes with a bassoon.
Baboon.
Go. Okay, push it down, point down so you'll get another one. A little more. There we go. That says correct. Okay, this is a seabird with a big
Pelican.
bow in the bottom of its beak. Okay. And this is an Asian bird. You often see them in the marshes on one leg.
Heron.
Close. It is also a machine.
Flamingo.
It's also a machine that you build buildings with.
Crane.
Good. All right, this is a
Feel like
bear.
an idiot. Huh?
This is a bear, and somebody Adams is named after him.
Adams? Mm-hmm. Can you give me another clue?
Okay, pass, look up. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, he's very wise, this
Owl.
bird. Okay, look, point down. There we go. Okay, this is a cute little bear from Australia that eats...
Koala.
Yes. Time's up. How did we do? Grizzly bear,
great.
Grizzly Adams. Oh, sorry. That wasn't a good clue.
Hey, you guys did great. Lin Sue, you're good. I want you on my team.
Wait. What do
Because
you mean she's good? I was the one guessing.
Well, but it's only because she was so good at describing everything. Yeah, she was very descriptive.
Did you get Grizzly Adams?
She knew like which country, which continent all the animals were from.
Nobody's getting Grizzly from Adams.
That was really easy, Mark. No, you guys both did great.
How about famous family in a horror TV comedy from the 1960s?
Well, that would have been Adams, but we need
family.
Grizzly.
Yeah, you need Grizzly.
I'm so glad he wasn't giving clues, okay?
Like I said, Lin Sue was really good.
Go do the weather, would you?
Okay. I'll get to the weather.